Good afternoon, everyone. Please take your seats. Welcome to the College of Southern Maryland. At this time, I would ask that you please stand and remain standing for our procession.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now join me in welcoming CSM's 6th president to the podium, Dr. Yolanda Wilson.
Please be seated. Join me in thanking CSM Professor Stephen Johnson for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I want to welcome our elected officials, our commissioners, the members of the CSM Board of Trustees, members of the CSM Foundation Board of Directors, members of the Board of Education, honored guests, distinguished faculty and staff, friends, and families. Before I introduce our graduates, I would like to recognize a number of special guests here for CSM's 64th spring commencement. If you will, please stand when I call your name. And audience, if you would, please hold your applause until I finish all of the recognitions. Our platform guests include members of the college's Board of Trustees, Chair Mr. Sean Coates, Mr. Jose Gonzalez, Mr. Kenneth Abel, Ms. Kathy Allen. We also have the college's senior administration team, Provost and Vice President of the Division of Learning, Dr. Rodney Redmond, Vice President for Student Equity and Success, Dr. Tracy Harris, Vice President of Operations and Planning, Dr. Bill Comey, Vice President and General Counsel of Human Resources and Organizational Development, Craig Patnaud, Vice President of Financial Services, Judy Mills, Associate Vice President of Continuing Education and Workforce Development, Ellen Flowers Fields, Associate Vice President of Marketing, Admissions, and Recruitment, Avis McMillan, and Chief of Staff, Dr. Larissa Pfeiffer. In the audience, we also have a number of special supporters of the college that I would like to recognize. Charles County Commissioner President Reuben Collins, Charles County Commissioner Vice President Ralph Patterson, and Charles County Commissioner Thomasina Coates. Let's give them a round of applause, please. It is so important to recognize so many of our supporters and advocates at graduation, because whether you realize it or not, it was a team effort to get you here. We have a hard-working network of legislators, industry experts, community stakeholders, and donors who, combined with leadership, staff, and faculty, are dedicated to your success and keeping college affordable. I would like to highlight this spring graduating class. This class of students has earned an impressive number of degrees and certificates. We actually have 471 candidates for degrees and certifications this spring, receiving a total of 531 awards. The youngest graduate is 16 years old, and the oldest graduate is 70 years young. While every degree is an honor, 26% of you are graduating with an honor designation. Well done. The degrees and certificates that will be awarded this afternoon will have a ripple effect on our community that many people may not even realize. The obtainment of a degree or a certificate changes the trajectory of your lives and the lives of your family and our community. Today, we recognize a beloved faculty member, a respected nursing educator, an accomplished academic, and an impressive leader, Professor Rose Miller, on the momentous occasion of her retirement. Rose has had a stellar career. Let's consider just some of the numbers behind our kind-hearted and accomplished colleague. Wave your hand, Rose. Rose spent 43 years as a registered nurse, 39 years teaching full-time in associate degree programs, and 18 years teaching part-time in RN to BSN, HEB, and generic BSN programs. And along the way, she remained a lifelong learner, earning an associate degree in nursing, a Bachelor of Science in nursing, a Master's in Science in nursing, a Master's in Public Administration, and even a paralegal diploma. Because of Rose's example in the classrooms in which she learned, as well as those classrooms in which she taught, Rose created a passion for knowledge in our students. Her high standards and unique teaching acumen have long contributed to CSM's reputation for graduating the highest caliber of strong and compassionate healthcare providers in the region. Truly, there is no higher accolade than that. We are grateful to you and for you, Rose. We will miss you, and we wish you the very best in your next chapter. Students and guests, I would like to share with you that I began my professional journey as an English teacher. I just love to spend time in a library, nestle up with a good book, and feel the smooth pages turning in my hand. I enjoy writing personalized letters, the playfulness of words and rhythm, and having fun with poetry and whimsical lyrics. I recognize the power of words, how they reverberate long after they've been spoken, and what a gift they can be to the hearer. A little more than 4 months ago, I had the honor of becoming your new president. And as I prepared for the first 2023 commencement in January, I thought about this wonderful moment of celebration for all of you and the words that I wanted to impress upon the entire class of 2023. I am thrilled to share the following letter I wrote to this year's graduates. And so the letter begins. Dear 2023 graduate, today is your day. And this is your moment. And the amazing faculty, staff, administration, and Board of Trustees at the College of Southern Maryland couldn't be prouder of you. You've reached an incredible milestone. 1 lab, 1 paper, 1 project, at a time. During your journey at CSM, you read and you wrote. You initiated and you collaborated. You performed and you competed. You started early and maybe on occasion you finished late. You flew solo and you worked in groups. You navigated online and at times face to face. You tackled Zoom and you muted and you unmuted. You masked up, and in times of great adversity, you shouldered up. You changed your major while others of you stayed the course. And when you wondered if it was all worth it, your eyes lifted up. You worked multiple jobs and raised a child or two. The struggle was real. The road was not easy, but you persevered and you pressed through. Yes, you had some challenges. You may have even shed a tear. But in the midst of it all, we want to applaud you because you're still here. Now, here we all are. All of us assembled in this place celebrating you. Relish in your special moment. As one of my friends likes to say, do what you do. Let me remind you that the same grit and determination that you needed to make it here thus far will be your blueprint for success, your bright, shining North Star. Continue, graduates, to draw from that deep well, knowing that your inner core runs so very deep. Remember to lean on your precious loved ones, appreciate your tribe, and love your peeps. Graduates, look ahead and don't turn back because your bright future awaits. As author Brené Brown penned, dare to lead, be fearless and bold, but know you go forth but by grace. Our workforce needs you. Our universities stand to welcome you. You are prepared. You are equipped for your next. Redeem the time. Walk forward in your purpose. The College of Southern Maryland stands with you, confident in your success. Now I would like to invite our Faculty Senate President, Professor George Bedell, to address the graduates. George.
Graduates and families, members of the CSM community, honored guests. On behalf of the College of Southern Maryland faculty, welcome. This is a momentous day for all of you who are graduating and a day for the rest of us to celebrate your many accomplishments. Let me begin by telling you that as I sat down at my computer to type graduation speech into ChatGPT, I had a moment of clarity. I realized that writing with AI is one aspect of the future that I'm not ready to embrace. Fortunately, I did at that moment realize that the future itself is a fine topic for a graduation speech. The philosopher Joe Strummer told us that the future is unwritten. I enjoy the simplicity of this phrase regarding the unknowability of some things, and it seems to me to be a truism. And yet, while the future is unwritten, there's another truism that all of us in this room should feel good about. The writers of our future are right here before us. I mean you, the CSM graduating class of 2023. You've embraced education. You've chosen to construct a foundation based on learning and on knowledge so that you may build a better and brighter future for yourselves and for all of us. When I think about the tools you all will need to build that bright future, I think about challenges and how you will face them. Some of you will be leaving here to pursue additional degrees. Some will be entering directly into a new career. All of you will be living lives in a world that is filled with uncertainty. You'll all be working with your classmates or colleagues to solve problems and to respond to challenges. Sometimes you'll need to dig pretty deep to find the best solutions. I'm hopeful that as you respond to those challenges, as you build the future, you'll be well equipped with the tools that have been shared with you by the teachers, tutors, advisors, and administrators here at the College of Southern Maryland. We're here for you because we believe that education is the greatest asset you can have when solving problems. I'm hopeful that you will remember not just the facts that you learned at CSM, but you will also remember and embrace the value of asking questions, of dialogue and discourse, of the evolving nature of ideas, and of the way that thoughts and ideas have transformed the world for the better and will continue to do so, so long as we value the transformative power of knowledge. Finally, some thoughts on the recent past. At some point, you each chose CSM as the place to pursue your education. Because of that choice, our college has benefited from each and every one of you. You have each made the college community more rich. You have each helped CSM to succeed and to grow. Because of this, I want to offer you more than congratulations. On behalf of the CSM faculty, I'd also like to offer my sincere thanks. And with those thanks and those congratulations, we also wish you the best in all of your future endeavors. Build the best future you can and be well.
Thank you, Professor Bedell. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce our student commencement speaker to you today. Brianna Kekesi will graduate with her degree in pre-professional health with a nursing concentration. Brianna plans to pursue a BSN and eventually a doctorate in nursing practice with a specialty in neonatology. While working toward her degree as a full-time student at CSM, she was inducted into Phi Theta Kappa, made the Dean's List, earned a scholarship, and was elected as the Student Government Association Secretary at the Prince Frederick campus, where she also got a job as a CSM student assistant. Brianna credits CSM for giving her an affordable education and says she feels lucky to have gained a community of forever friends. Today, she joins us to share her story of resiliency and faith.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me? Thank you, Trustee Coates, and congratulations to everyone graduating today. My name is Brianna Kekesi, though I go by Bree, and I'm honored to be your commencement speaker this afternoon. I am graduating with a pre-professional health major with a nursing concentration and will be transferring to the BSN program at Towson University in the fall, hoping to one day earn a doctorate in nursing practice with the specialty of neonatology. I am very proud to share with you that over the course of the past 2 years that I've been a full-time CSM student, I have also been a Phi Theta Kappa member, making the All-Maryland team, on the Dean's List, a scholarship recipient, the secretary of the Prince Frederick Campus Student Government Association, and a CSM employee, to which I was honored with being named Student Employee of the Year for the 2022 to 2023 school year. I would like to thank my fellow SGA officers and Prince Frederick SGA Coordinator Courtney Kimball, as well as former coordinator Erica Fisher, for both being part of my journey as an officer and giving me the chance to be a voice for my fellow Hawks. I feel as if working with SGA aligns a lot with a lot of the same reasons as to why healthcare is my calling and has been since I was a little girl. At my core, I want to make a difference in the lives of others and strongly believe in equality and advocacy as a cornerstone for a better future. I believe with the utmost certainty that I am on the right path to do so, and my time at CSM has been instrumental in cultivating the woman that I am today. Along with being an SGA officer, I'm also a student assistant, primarily in Prince Frederick campus, in the Student Services Department, and I would like to thank my colleagues as well as my supervisors, Heather Murphy and Marcia Kent, for hiring me and for everything that they have done for me over the years. I am incredibly grateful that on my first day walking onto Prince Frederick campus, I met Heather, who has helped me both personally and professionally over the past 2 years. I am eternally grateful for being part of your team, Heather and Marcia, and for the impact that you've had on my life. I would also like to thank my family and my friends, especially my parents and grandparents, who through it all have stood by me and encouraged me to keep pushing myself. And my sister, Karis, who I hope looks up to me and knows that I've always tried to be the best role model that I could be for you. Additionally, I would like to thank all the faculty and staff who have carried me through these years, including advisor Pam Coppins, Professor Rachel Smith, who encouraged me to submit to Connections Literary Magazine, in which I've been published twice, and Dr. Melanie Osterhaus, who I consider more than just an instructor, but a mentor. I couldn't have done this without any of you, and I want you to know that regardless of where life takes me, I will always hold all of you close to my heart. Finally, I know that I speak on behalf of everyone graduating today when I thank all of you who came out here to support us, and those who were not here, but are part of our stories nonetheless. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for any of you. It takes a village. That it does. No one succeeds completely alone. Fellow graduates, many of you have probably interacted with me either as an SGA officer or as an employee, but what many of you probably don't know is that when I'm not studying, working, or fulfilling club obligations, I'm probably reading. The summer that I started at CSM, I read Alice Walker's The Color Purple, which is an incredibly powerful read. But the author's line, "Time moves slowly, but passes quickly," came to mind when I started preparing my remarks a few weeks ago. It has been 674 days since I started my time at CSM, which amounts to about 560 minutes. Whew. And what I can tell you is that I've learned a whole lot about myself and about life in each and every one of those minutes. I remember when I made my decision to enroll here at CSM. Frankly, it was my only option, as I was initially committed to a 4-year institution, but when faced with the debt, realized it was just not plausible for me at the time. So I chose CSM, and at the end of the day, I am glad that I did. As I mentioned, I have been blessed with accomplishing a lot and meeting phenomenal people during my time here. Like many of you, I have faced my fair share of trials and tribulations. Some days I really did not feel like going to class or felt like I was drowning in a sea of coursework and could never really quite get ahead like I wanted to. But I made sure to keep going. Because at the end of the day, you have to invest in yourself and the future that you're building. Some days feel dark or incredibly stressful. I felt this especially starting and ending my transfer process, which is a whole long and complicated story in itself. That being said, I encourage you to make those mistakes and take those lessons that they provide in stride, as that stumble may result in an open door that you never would have seen otherwise. I am living proof of this, as I'm sure many of you are as well. At worst, take that blunder and let it stand as an example of your resilience. No hurdle is too great to jump. You will always find a way over that hill, no matter how large it appears to be. After all, Today is a result of your resilience and hard work. Each one of us is here despite the adversity that we have faced. But at the end of the day, we made it. In my experience, nothing ever comes easy when we want it to. I've had many a time in my life, be it academically or personally, where everything seemed to finally be going smoothly and then something happened to try to throw me off track. We just can't let these things stop us. When we know where we are headed in life, we have to reach deep within ourselves and remember the resilience that we all possess and let it drive us forward during the difficult times. A lot of my formative years were spent in the pandemic, including transitioning to college. What I learned in that time is not only about adaptability, but also my own strength. I've had so many changes in my life during this time, and I've learned to persevere through it all. One of my favorite authors, Jodi Picoult, wrote, "You can't look back. You just have to put the past behind you and find something better in your future." We are all here today, coming from so many different cultures and backgrounds, having experienced so many different situations in our lives because we chose ourselves. We decided to keep fighting for a better future for ourselves and for those we love. We did this, and no one can ever take that away from us. And I am so proud of each and every one of us who made it to today and everything that we have accomplished and overcame. Wherever we choose to go from here, be it into the workforce or onto a four-year institution, I would like to congratulate you, and I wish you all the best in the future. Let me leave you with these words. Once again, from author Jodi Picoult, "No amount of darkness can hide a spark of light. We may stumble, we may fall, and some days we may even feel like throwing in the towel. But at the end of the day, we will still be shining through, and no amount of darkness can smother our light. We are the future, and it is our turn to shine the brightest as we look forward to what the next chapter holds. Congratulations to my fellow graduates, and best of luck on all your future endeavors."
Thank you, Brianna. Please join me in giving her another round of applause. We have now arrived at the moment you have been waiting for. Please welcome Provost and Vice President, Division of Learning, Rodney Redmond, to the stage for the presentation of certificates and degrees.
We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Emergency Medical Services. Kyle Edwin Hayden, highest honors. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Environmental Studies. Meredith B. Dance. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Health Information Management. Essence Danielle Harris. Shalonda Renee Jefferson, highest honors. Jennifer Ann Marie Keller. Dejan R. Knight. Amanda Renee Maynor. Delana Marie McElvin. Anisha M. Nzegwu with honors. We now confer the Associate of Applied Science degrees in Medical Laboratory Technology, Asia Barbara Taylor. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Nursing, Susanna Adhikari. Sarah B. Baldus. Larissa Ebony Battle with honors. Casey Alexander Beecraft. Jessica A. Brock with honors. Lindsay Angelique Bradburn. Kathleen Beatrix Birch. Genesis D. Birch. Hannah Lynn Callender. Bernice Chow with honors. Stacy Renee Waters Chaika. Samantha Gabrielle Clark. Christy Michelle Collins. Valerie Corbin. Alexandra Lee Delcher. Madison Dull, high honors. Courtney Marie Edlin. Gabrielle Brianna Fleming. Yuko Garrett. Jessica Starr Gavin. Becca Pearl Hall, high honors. Madison Harris with honors. Reagan Kate Healy. Janae Michelle Hicks. Janae Ann Kidd. Francois David Malari. Angelique Joelle Martinez. Sarah Ann McCullough with honors. Taylor Lee Mustard. Candace Marie Neeb. Naisha Denai Newby with honors. Brianna Danielle Oberg. Shirley Chigozim Oneuku with honors. Jennifer Christine Rhodes. Isabel Dominique Villar Sanchez. Mary Caitlin Rose Smith. Michelle Yvonne Smith. Susan Thiango. Ella Jennifer Bidalego. Ada Hope Weems. April Renee Wheaton. Marie Anna Williams. Courtney Lynn Wilson. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Mathematics and Sciences. Kaya Michelle Adriani, highest honors. Pauline Ellen Lawrence, highest honors. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Pre-Professional Health Science. Jade Tierra Bassett. Brianna Megan Kekasi, high honors. We now confer the Associate of Science degrees in Sports Management. Jaden I. Golding.
Will all of the degree and certificate candidates please rise? By virtue of the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the award for which you have been recommended, admitting you to all the rights and privileges which throughout the land pertain to those certificates and degrees. In testimony whereof you have received this award of the college, officially signed and sealed. And now, graduates, the time you have been waiting for. You can officially move your tassels to the left side.
Will the faculty please rise? In recognition of your scholarly achievement, we, the faculty, salute you and wish you Godspeed.
So we ask that this audience stand for the recessional and remain in place until the last graduate has exited the building. As you're standing, let's give our graduates one more round of applause.